Did you know that cactuses used to be able to spawn in Minecraft strongholds? Really, look. Okay, yeah, I'm just lying. But anyway, guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna be looking at every real Minecraft feature that was actually removed by the developers. Now, some of these actually made it into real versions of Minecraft, while some only made it into the snapshots. I guarantee you've never heard of the last few, so let's go ahead and get into it. So right now, we're in Minecraft 1.8.9, because since 1.3, there is a crafting recipe where if you took an apple with golden blocks, you could make a golden enchanted apple. Now, this was obviously extremely OP, but it did require like 81 pieces of gold, so it wasn't like ridiculously easy to get. Now the gapple is this low in the list because it is still available to get today and loot and other various methods like that, but you can no longer craft it. So kind of like an honorable mention, we're gonna go ahead and move on to something that was actually like totally removed, but you can no longer craft the golden apple. You can craft this one, but not the cool one. What do all of these blocks that you see right here have in common? Well, if you guess that they're all slabs, you're obviously correct. Did you know that in Minecraft, survival test 0.26_04, yes, that was a real version that's no longer attainable, there was a dirt slab, and it was actually removed. Now you're probably confused, just like I was. Like, okay, if there's all these random freaking slabs in 1.8.9 and all of the versions later that have way more, including wool now, why did dirt not make the cut? Well, apparently it messed with world generation absolutely terribly. Because just putting another slab on top of another slab makes it into a real block, for some reason it was making the world absolutely unplayable. So while it never officially came out, people that played this survival test probably remember their absolutely destroyed world. So unfortunately, there are two items in this video that I quite frankly can't show you because they have never made it into an actual snapshot or any part of the game for that matter. And one of those is the wax block, which you probably saw in one of the thumbnails. The wax block was added in a snapshot but also removed, but I could not find any proof of it anywhere. Maybe I'm just totally stupid. However, the wax block did pretty much nothing. It was an accidental ad by Mojang. You know, if you like yellow, it's there, but yellow's my least favorite color. Chat, what's your least favorite color? Let me know in the comments below. So I actually have to give some credit to Clark74 for the footage for this part of the video because I don't have access to Minecraft Inf Dev. Now, in the original version of Minecraft, way long ago, there was a naturally spawning structure called the brick pyramid. And as you can see, it is exactly what you think it would be. It is a massive structure made out of bricks, literally in the middle of the ocean for no apparent reason. Now, it served absolutely no purpose. There was no treasure. There was not really much reason to go there, but at least it looked cool. But let's go ahead and move on to something that I can show you. What if I told you Minecraft Alpha version 1.2.2 is a speedrunner's dream? Well, let's go ahead and log into a single player world and we're gonna go in right now. Okay, so we spawned in a beautiful area. Man, we need to go find some ender portals and we need to go find another portal. Wait, I'm gonna press F4. Boom. As you can tell in this version of Minecraft, if you press F4, you can make unlimited nether portals. Literally. Look at all these nether portals I made. This obviously didn't make it into a real version because there's no reason that this should actually be around. It's just a deleted feature that I think is pretty funny. And obviously, this is Minecraft before cheats. So even if I press T or press slash, there's no way for me to text chat in like cheats or game mode or anything. So if you were just playing a single player world and you were playing at this time, yes, you could literally just spawn another portal by pressing F4. That's pretty cool. And that leads us perfectly into the next part, which is the old nether. As you guys might have seen from my previous videos, I feel strongly that the old nether was awful and the change was necessary. As you can tell, the nether is disgusting. Now, we could get into textures about how all of the textures have pretty much changed in this game, but I don't really think you guys care about that nor need to know any more information about that. But even in these old versions, we were still not alone. There were still ghasts, there were still zombie pigmen, there were still all these freaky things that I hate. It's honestly funny to look down at the lava down here. Look at how it's just every single square is the exact same. Copy and paste it! Oh, good God, that scared me! I'm a Minecraft king, bro. What do you think you're doing right now? Oh! Oh, I just missed. Hey, look at that. We're back in the 1.8.9 world and everything is gone, including all of my torches. Anyway, so the reason that we're back is because there was an old option called super secret settings. If you press escape and go to the options, under the difficulty, there is super secret settings. If you click it, you hear that? Your entire game is now screwed up. Now we're like, this is not a filter, I swear. Like everything is like all glossy and strange. If we press it again, now it's like hyper realistic. You didn't need texture packs when you had this. I'd be freaking terrified. Yeah, I'm getting pretty scared. There's this one, which is pretty cool. Now, this one's just stupid. Why am I upside down? During the game's development until 1.2.2, which we were at earlier when we moved to the nether, we had this, which was play tutorial level. Now, the cool thing about this was it was always grayed out. There was never a tutorial level to be played. My question for you guys is, first, what do you guys think the tutorial level would have been? And second, do you agree with me when I think that it was the Xbox tutorial level, the one that we all used to play on the console growing up on the 360? Also, fun fact, the graphics used to be fancy in all caps and fast in all caps. I like to think that it's yelling at you like, fancy! or fast, and that's pretty much it. As you can tell, we're in the beta now, so the button that was here before was replaced by mods and texture packs, which I think is actually pretty helpful. It took me so long to figure out how to make mods on Minecraft and how to install said mods, so having a little button that helped you do that was actually pretty cool. But that's not the only thing about this version that's pretty freaking interesting. I'm sure some of you guys know about the Farlands, and we're gonna go there today. This was the hardest thing I had to do for this video, and it actually took me 45 minutes to find a working tutorial. I had to go into version 26.3, 26.2, whatever, make a world, make it also in 1.6, convert it from there, take it back to beta 1. Whatever thousand million, and finally, after 30 million blocks, we have the Farlands. As you can tell, whenever I walk, it like almost teleports me in a weird way. That's because Minecraft Generation was not made to go this far, and there was a giant bug in World Generation. The Farlands, oh, don't ruin my day, please. I worked so hard to get here. Don't do this to me. Ow! Anyway, the Farlands are some of the coolest things in all of Minecraft because nowadays they are impossible to go to. Mojang, aka now Microsoft, worked so hard to try to get it removed. But you ended up with some really cool structures, and obviously this ended up becoming like the same look as, you know, the extreme hills and things like that. But no one will ever forget these terrible generations where I'm literally just walking and teleporting. Look at this chicken just gliding. It's so messed up. I can't even see what's in there. Did you know there were supposed to be rubies in Minecraft? I'm not kidding. Now I can't obviously show you guys this or else it'd be a total lie because it never actually made it into the game, but they were a mineral planned to be added into 1.3. The cool thing about this though is they were the original emeralds. It was never going to be emeralds, it was always going to be rubies. While there is technically a texture in Java Edition 12W21A, I don't know what that means, there's no way to actually obtain the ruby. But the cool thing about this is the texture for rubies was never actually removed from the game's files until 1.17, meaning that this made it all the way from when horses were added, 3 updates before that, all the way to the caves and cliffs update. What the heck, dude? I'd love to see a ruby set of armor and ruby tools. That'd be super sick. All right, so for this last item, the one that I'm relatively sure you guys have never heard of, I never heard of it, and I've been playing Minecraft for like 15 years, was only available in 2 snapshots. Now, it's not like the ruby because the ruby was technically in the game for like 13 Minecraft years, but this item is so freaking rare, I had no idea it was a thing because it's literally useless. And that item is a bucket of milk. Now, you're probably like, what in the world? Yeah, I'm just lying. Let's just put that in there. Also, what is up with this old lighting? Man, I'm so glad Minecraft got better. Good lord. Anyway, the last item is a horse saddle. So, the horse saddle was intended to be on horses only, as you could probably guess. Now, this is stupid. As you guys know, Minecraft has a saddle, and the saddle is universal. You can use it for pigs, you can use it for horses, you can use it for donkeys, etc. You would actually shift-click it onto the horse, which I think is super sick. And then, you're able to ride it just like a normal Minecraft horse. So, I mean, you know, obviously, this is not like a crazy Minecraft feature that would have, like, you know, changed the entire game. However, I still think it's cool. Also, instead of a horse having its own inventory, just like the armor, you get to shift right click it on. But that is my list. If you guys have enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I appreciate... Whoa, what is that? Wait, hang on. This is not a Minecraft seed video. We did that up here. But anyway, wait. This is so sick. I didn't even know that was here. This is just a world that I just made for this video. It's like in an ocean. Oh, okay. Well, my horse is gonna die. Well, that's fun. Sorry, dude.